There was a time where Titans dominated the Crucible through sheer will and fear, and, well, one brain-dead exotic. Sometimes I'm not sure that's changed, but I'm talking about this monstrosity. One-Eyed Mask ruled the Crucible with an iron fist taking the shape of overshield on kills, wall hack tracking, and damage boosts. Really disgusting stuff. Fortunately, One-Eyed Mask has been brought back down to Earth since its heyday in 2019, and nowadays you can find it in the inventory of many Titans as a reasonable dueling exotic that gets you an overshield after defeating a marked target. But what if I told you there is a way to partially resurrect One-Eyed Mask in its glory, just on the wrong class? Today we're looking at a PvP build I stumbled upon live on stream a couple weeks ago that I'm calling Crimson Radar. Crimson Radar is a very simple build with a very simple goal. Be the imposter and become One-Eyed Mask. The amount of times it's bailed me out, the amount of times it's saved my life, I'm telling you it's legit. It's not a gimmick, it's just the combination of a few simple traits for very potent results. So we're going to take a few minutes to break it down. Our imposter kit is revolving around 3 elements. First up is Echo of Vigilance on Void subclasses. Then for the exotic we'll be using the Crimson Hand Cannon, and then the newly reworked Knucklehead Radar. One-Eyed Mask grants an overshield after destroying a target, so we'll start there. You can easily jerry-rig the overshield by using Echo of Vigilance on a Void subclass. Vigilance will reliably grant you an overshield after dealing a final blow when your health is low. As long as it's not already on the 10-second cooldown, it'll grant you that overshield every time your health is low and you defeat a target. Now maybe that doesn't sound so great, but kind of frame it this way. If you duel someone and win, 9 times out of 10, you'll have taken enough damage to proc that overshield. Realistically, it's pretty rare to escape a gunfight with little to no damage taken. And if they aren't exchanging fire, that conversely means that you're just not taking any damage anyways, so that overshield just kind of isn't necessary. The conditions for getting the overshield are technically different between One-Eyed Mask and Echo of Vigilance. They are different on paper, yes, but in practice, it's really not all that different. So that's pretty awesome. It's a great start. Echo of Vigilance is something you can run on any class, not just hunters, and personally, I think it's a fragment that's a near requirement for any Void subclass in PvP. It's never not helpful. Works in the background for you, and you just get an overshield for winning a duel. Even if it's small, it's really powerful and can save your life or keep you on a roll in a way that ducking out and manually regaining health just isn't going to. So that's a good start. But what if we just did more of the same? Overshields are great and all, but underneath that enticing blue health bar is still your red health bar blinking and crying out for help. It's really easy to think you have more health than you actually do since you can't see it under the overshield. This is kind of a mental thing for me, at least personally. I just find myself being way too aggressive when I actually have no health, but I have that overshield. Fortunately, there's an easy way to fix that. Crimson is an exotic hand cannon that fires like a pulse rifle and has been competitive for quite some time. Between the litany of nerfs and buffs to the sandbox over the years, Crimson has managed to stay mostly above it all and be a solid primary weapon in the Crucible. And it's really no different in 2023. It's an extremely comfortable 3-shot kill, which ends up being a 0.87 second time to kill at 6 crit, 1 body at common resilience levels. They might sound slow. Slow weapons are 1 second. Faster weapons are killing in 0.6. 120 hand cannons kill in 1 full second. It might sound on the slower end, but because it's so forgiving, it's very easy to land that kill, and 0.87 isn't going to get you killed too often. 1 second is where you really start to stray into that area that you start losing duels just because you literally can't kill them fast enough. So the base form of Crimson is excellent, but then obviously you have the most important things, the exotic traits. Exotic traits gonna heal you on kills, so any kill, every kill, doesn't matter if it's a crit or a body shot kill. In addition to the healing, we also have another trait that's perfect for keeping the ball rolling, which is what this build is all about. Staying alive, keeping it moving. Anytime you land a precision final blow, it's also gonna refill the magazine. So topped off magazine, full health, it's just so seamless, and it's definitely a trait that saved my life on a few occasions. So up to this point, we have Echo of Vigilance and Crimson working together so that when you successfully win a duel and you're low on health, the moment you get that kill, you have an overshield, and then Crimson restores the rest of your health. So within a few moments, you're ready to go back into the fight, and you'll even have some extra health with that overshield. It's just so helpful to have that instant recovery. It's great for team shooting with your allies sticking together in trials or just keeping it rolling in control. So up to this point, we've successfully copied the overshield from One-Eyed Mask, but as I'm sure many of you painfully remember, that's not all that One-Eyed Mask had to offer. Back when it released, it offered basically wall hacks. Easy trackings, you'd have to jump on your opponent and not only have a small overshield from the previous engagement, but also easily land the first shots of this duel, so your enemy's slim chances of victory are even smaller. But we can address the tracking, and that is where Knucklehead Radar comes in. At the beginning of Season 22, Knucklehead Radar basically ate Foe Tracer and absorbed its perks, so it's just a 2-for-1 combo deal now. Knucklehead Radar now now offers radar while aiming down sights, improved radar while crouched, as well as improved airborne effectiveness for all weapons. We're all used to those things. It was a nice exotic as it was. Nothing game breaking, but definitely helpful. Now though, it also includes original foe tracer. Damaging targets will now track them and deal additional damage to low health targets, and it's actually really more like making eye contact with your opponent. Knucklehead radar is ready, it's hungry, it's aggressive, it's like a caged animal ready to hunt for prey. You glance at your opponent and that red X is there. So when you engage an enemy and start exchanging damage, a crisp red X will appear over your enemy. It really doesn't take a lot of work to activate, but man is it persistent. This X is easily visible through walls and it's just fantastic for getting the jump on your enemy as they re-engage, or if they try to take a different angle and outmaneuver you, you can literally just watch them and meet their every move. Sometimes your enemies try to reapproach from cover at a higher vantage point, doesn't matter. You saw it coming the whole way. Instead of guessing if they're coming from the left or the right side of the cover, Knucklehead radar just tells you. Sometimes you're both emerging from cover, but now you aren't playing the 50-50 game since Knucklehead radar is doing the guesswork for you. It gives you the jump every time. It gives you those precious milliseconds to pre-fire. It grants you easy prediction and even easier counter sniping. You get to line up the shots before they even know your next move. I'm telling you, it's beautiful. Foe tracer was always good. Knucklehead radar was always decent, but now the Knucklehead foe hybrid monstrosity we've been gifted this season is a fantastic utility packed exotic that is useful no matter what weapons you're rolling with. It's great in this build, but honestly, if you haven't tried Knucklehead radar yet, please give it a try. There's a reason Bungie removed this tracking mark from the original one-eyed mask. It's really good. So that's the tracking component. So far, we've got the shield regen from Echo of Vigilance, health regen from Crimson, and now Knucklehead radar provides that aggressive tracking among its other benefits. In the end, all these benefits turn you into the Reaper of the neutral game, tracking one target to the next, stealing health, racking up kills. It's just a beautiful synergy. And you want to know the best part of this build? You don't have to think. All of this, every aspect of the build works in the background for you. Health regen, background. Overshield after kills, tracking, enhanced radar. You can focus on the things that matter the most. Where you are, how you're positioning yourself, how you're maneuvering, and whoever is between you and your gun, your little bayoneted gun. Sometimes with PvP builds, there's just a lot going on. Get a kill, get an ability kill, now you've got mega damage, but it's only 7 seconds, so you better bum rush with no health, and you get domed instantly. That's great, but sometimes that just all gets in the way. Personally, when a build involves a lot of setup, I find myself forcing it. Instead of incorporating it naturally into my playstyle, I'm forcing ways to get throwing knife kills or fill in the blank. This build minimizes distractions, and the only thing that matters is you and your gun, and everything that happens afterwards is a nice bonus. Crimson Radar is a build I've enjoyed greatly over the last few weeks. It is not the most creative, maybe not technically the most innovative, not the craziest build you're gonna see, but I hope you give it a try. It's been really refreshing to focus on an exotic build that plays into weapon play more than abilities, and I have a feeling you're gonna appreciate it as well. I've been having a lot of fun with it. If you do enjoy the build, I'd be honored if you left a like and subscribed if you wanted to see more. I also do stream Destiny, so check that out late nights at 11 p.m. Central. I discovered this build live a few weeks ago, so you'll never know what you'll get to be a part of. Anyhow, thanks so much for watching. Go wreck some Guardians, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.